So tonight we find out who made the top 12, and the top 12 have to sing. So the way that it works is that the top 5 girls and the top 5 guys that were voted in by America will sing first in no particular order, and then you have the judges picking 2 wild cards, 1 guy and 1 girl. So first off was Serena Joy Pro, and she's going to sing Love Runs Out. By the way, everyone is singing their audition song. So I love this song when she sang it for our audition. Tonight was great as well. There were a few issues, I think, vocally, just because it was the first song. The band might have been a little bit off. But I thought she did a great job. She worked the crowd the best that she could. Got a few negative comments about the pitchiness. And I just think, I hope America just pulls her through tonight. And going first is always difficult, so I am a little worried about her. But I hope that she has enough fans and they pull her through. She killed it. And if you compare it to the Lovey's version, she was in the top 24-ish. This is miles better in comparison. So she did an awesome job. My boy Rayvon Owen, sang next. And for his audition song, he sang Wide Awake. And he's going to sing Wide Awake tonight. And he did an awesome job, awesome performance. That long note that he held out was so amazing. So I have no worries about him. I'm sure he'll get through tonight. It's definitely going to be a guy's season. So Rayvon Owens made it through. The next guy was Daniel Stevie. He sang Straight Up. Yeah, the silence is deafening. I don't want to say anything bad about him. He's 15 years old, but he's adorable, and I can keep saying that, but he's just out of his league. He's just out of his league, and I really want him to go away. If he could just go away, it would be nice. I actually think he hasn't made any improvements, and so it's just not there. I wish America hadn't voted him into the top 12. I wish the judges hadn't even put him in the top 24. So we might be stuck with him all season long. And I think out of all the 12 that have gone through, or going to go through tonight, I'll tell you in a second, I think he's one of the weakest. And I think he is the weakest. I think he needs to go. So hopefully no one votes for him. If not, we'll see him next week. If he can make improvements, that'd be great. But his voice is just, developing. And so there's just a lot of inconsistencies tonight. So I don't want to say anything bad, because I feel bad because he's only 15 years old. If he was competing against other 15-year-olds, that would be awesome. But he's not, and he shouldn't make it through. Maddie Walker sang Suitcase. Maddie Walker is doing a great job. I mean, I just don't ever want to hear the song again, because she sung it for her audition. She sang it again when she was, being selected for the top 24, and then she ended up singing it again tonight. I'm just like, I'm tired of this song. I'm tired of her singing in the song. It's like the only song that she ever sings. And it's interesting because I think that she was a little nervous tonight, and I heard a little bit of goatiness in her voice. I've never heard that in her voice before. So I really wish that she can get her nerves under control, because she's got a beautiful look. She just needs to get her nerves under control, and then she'd be able to, sing. And I think they hit it on the nail on the head, that she needs to sing from a very honest place. So we'll see how that goes on in her future. But I'm sure she's going to be just fine, because she's the only country girl that's going to make it through. So I just spoiled it for you. One, the other country girl isn't going to make it. So she's going to be the only country girl going through to the top. And so she'll probably make it all the way to at least top 5. Because if you think about Skylar Lane from season 11, she was the only country girl, and she made it all the way to top 5. But I think Skylar Lane was a better vocalist, and I think Skylar Lane was a better performer. So Maddie Walker has her work cut out. She might end up being more like a Christy Lee Cook, but at least Maddie Walker can sing compared to Christy Lee Cook. Not that Christy Lee Cook couldn't sing, it's just Maddie Walker has a very strong voice in comparison. Tiana Jones ended up going next, and she sung Wings, and she is just awesome. I am so glad America voted her through. I don't know how far she's going to make it in the competition, but she is just pure perfection. There's nothing to say about her that's bad. I mean, this song was awesome. It was so awesome the way she sang the song. I was giving her the Happy Jesus wave, and it was just awesome just to hear her sing and with the crowd. And so I'm hoping she gets at least to the top 5. Hopefully. Fingers are crossed for this one. Nick Fradiani sang In Your Eyes, and that was awesome. I never had anything bad to say about him. I think I did say something bad about him last week, but he's just very professional. You know what I mean? I just could see him doing like adult contemporary songs. He's just a really good singer. And so, I mean, he's ready for the radio. He's got a good voice. I mean, there's nothing bad to say about it. The only thing I would say is maybe a fashion comment. I noticed in his audition he wore a beanie, and he hasn't been wearing a beanie lately, and I think that beanie helps his head. His head is kind of narrow, and so, you know, that beanie kind of adds a little bit of fullness to his hair. So, I mean, from a fashion standpoint, that's the only critique I can actually give him. Jax ended up singing I Want to Hold Your Hand, and I know the haters are going to say she shouldn't have gotten up to sing that song because she started off at the piano slow and then she gets up and sings it and then she ends it. I like that. I like that she did that because it changed it up. And if she ever has to do this song again, because she might have to reprise this song, I would want her to reprise this song, but doing it completely at the piano with some strings and violins or something coming in and sing the entire song for like 3 or 4 minutes. Because this would be a perfect song for her in regards to a single. So I don't know if there's a slower version out there, but this song is so wonderful. It suits her voice so well, and I loved it. It was awesome. I'm so a fan of Jax. Like, I want Jax to make it all the way. I think she could be definitely top 3 material. She might even win the whole competition. I know that the competition, or at least the producers, are really pushing Jax as a winner, and so we'll see what happens to her. The next person that went through was Kasim Middleton, and he sung Sir Duke. And I'm going to be honest with you, Kasim he's such a great performer, but Sir Duke is a Stevie Wonder song, and Stevie Wonder is blind and is a great performer, but he's also a great singer. And this song, Kasim started off without, high energy from the band coming in. And so, of course, he's singing, and I heard so many bad notes. I heard just so many problems with his voice. Like, he was so breathy, like an unnatural breathy. And I know, like, for me, when I have a very weak singing voice. So when I want to sound better, I try to sing a lot breathier, like, you know what I mean? Like, when you do that, it shows that you're a weak singer, because breath is not something that's natural unless you force it through. And then you have to have a good voice to make that breathiness sound natural. And just not trying to, it just was horrible. This is a Stevie Wonder song, and Stevie Wonder is one of the top male vocalists of our time. And it was just not good. Performance was all there, but the vocals weren't there. And so I did not enjoy the whole thing because it was lacking in that area. And I think the judges are going to need to sit down and tell him that his vocals need to be on, because you can jump and dance all you want, but at the end of the day, we want someone that can sing. And on the radio, we can't hear you jumping and dancing. We can only hear your voice. And so I'm really concerned. I think he's going to have no problem getting through, but this is my first harsh critique of him. He needs to get better vocally, quick, or he's going to end up going home. Or he's going to end up being like just a horrible singer, but a great performer. It's really sad to see this. The next person that sung was Clark Beckham, and he did It's a Man's World. He did an awesome job. Personally, my favorite person that sung It's a Man's World was, I want to say Joshua Ledet sung this song, It's a Man's World. But I know Elise Testone also sung it that same season. I don't know. He sung it really good. I think with Clark Beckham, I really think he's going to win the whole thing. I really do, because he fits the type that wins American Idol. However, I'm getting so tired of hearing him sing old songs. Like, he sings these old throwback songs. Like, I want to hear him sing something that was written in the past 2 years. Like, try something current. It would really help him. Because he's giving me, I want to say he has a Philip Phillips vibe, but Philip Phillips would sing a lot of current songs too. He would take like an Usher song and flip it. So I need to see Clark Beckham do that kind of stuff. He's not going to be as great as Philip Phillips if he doesn't flip things. Granted, Philip Phillips couldn't sing as well as Clark Beckham, but these are their own people. But I really need a little bit more from Clark. And I know this week he couldn't really pick the song they wanted, but in the future, current songs need to be on his repertoire ASAP. But other than that, he's doing awesome. His voice is always great, and it was a great performance. Joey Cook was the last person to go through on the public vote as top 10. And Joey Cook sung King of Spain, which was her audition song, and I'm so glad she made it. She's cute, she's cool, she's quirky, she's weird. She's awesome, and I just hope she can at least make it till top 10. After that, I probably wouldn't mind her leaving. I don't want her to win, but she's just a really quirky person. I think that she deserves a spot in the top 10, so that when they have the American Idol tour, she'll be on board. Now, the next two people that went through were the wild cards, and so I think they do have an advantage because they went last. The first one to go through would be Quentin Alexander, and he would end up singing Royals. And he was just so overcome. So there was a lot of emotions that he put in the song. His song did not sound very good. And I'm a little worried. I think that some people really like him, but I think that he also has the ability to have maybe a turn off to people just because he has a fashion, but it's kind of like the Black Lady Gaga that I was mentioning last week. I think he's going to have to vocally be good all the time. And him and Qasim and Daniel are the three weakest male vocalists. And I think that all three of them are going to end up going home, hopefully go home soon, but they need to get better at singing. And I think Quentin Alexander, if he's the lowest of the boys out of the top, 6 boys that we have, he needs to become a better vocalist. And it doesn't mean that there might be a lot of girls beneath him in regards to votes, because sometimes that does happen. But I'm just really worried about him. The song was not done well, and at the end he just basically broke down. And it's like, you've got to get those emotions together. You can't just break down. You can't be overcome. You've got to get to the point where you think, I deserve to be here, and I'm going to give these people an awesome performance. That's what they do. That's what a pop star does. It's not amateur night. It is real night. So I need him to stop the crying. I need him to stop, all the dramatic. He needs to just give us a good dramatic performance that is going to be emotionally connected and perfect in order for him to advance. And so I'm really worried. I want him to go through. I voted for him because I really wanted to see him through. And I didn't vote for everybody tonight. I'll tell you at the end who I voted for. The last person that went through was Adana Daru, and she sung You and I, and she's not a perfect singer. However, she knows how to put her emotion into it and put her stamp on it. So it was a good performance. I think that, vocally she's kind of all over the place, but her going last and Serena Joy Crow going first might mean a doom for Serena Joy Crow. So I'm kind of worried. So we'll see what happens. But her passion is there. She's evident that she wants to be there. And, my commiseration to the people that didn't go through. Adam Ixela, that one guy that, basically has a weird hair and just doesn't act like he wants to be there. Alexis Gomez and Lauren Lott. So sad to see all of them leave the competition. And I didn't vote for everybody tonight. I'm starting to vote for just the people I want to see go through. So if I didn't like their performance, I didn't vote for them. So I think I voted for like 5 or 6 different people. Definitely want Serena Joy Crow to go through. I want Ray Ray to go through. I definitely voted for Adana. I think I still want to see a few more things about her. Quentin I voted for, and I think I voted for Clark Beckham. I'm just going to limit myself to 5 people to vote for. And I voted for Jax. I did vote for Jax as well. So I voted for 6 people. But I'm trying to limit who I'm voting for, because the people I don't want to see there, I just want them to go. And so I'm kind of formulating in my mind, vote for the people that you want to see. If somebody else leaves the competition, I'm not going to feel that bad. But the people I want to see, I'm voting for. So, it's going to be off to a great season. I'm happy with the decision so far. And I will try to make a video, probably not tomorrow. I might try to make a video tomorrow, but we'll see how I can do that. And then if not, for sure, I'll try to do it by Saturday. And I hope you can definitely come back by Saturday and see what happens and who's in the top 11. American Idol is starting to get real. The struggle is real. We've got to pick a winner. And hopefully no one F's up this season like they did season 9 and season 12 and season 13. Hopefully they get it right this season. So we'll see. Fingers crossed.